I look back and I see him looking at me. First, I have to decipher, is this a dangerous look? Like, does he want to smoke with me?
Bring some weed, I got a story to tell.
From prison to prison, jail to jail, 2 years straight, nigga just survived off Mel, you know.
My life, my life, my life, my life, my life. Ain't no justice, just us.
Having open phones in this spot was sweet because, like I said, you could talk on the phone as long as you wanted to, as long as you had money on your books and you respected the honor system, which I like. They already had a system of communication and respect before I got there, to where if you wanted to use the phone, you just ask the person, yo, can I get after you? Can I get next? And they'd be like, yeah. Or they be like, okay, my man got it. And then you ask him, yo, let me get it after you. Cool. On the weekend when people were getting visits and stuff like that, people won't be on the phone as much. Or just some days where families was out working or doing whatever they was doing, people couldn't get through, so you could stay on the phone longer. You could make your call and then let your man make his call, and then after he get off, you get back on, make another call. You know what I'm saying? Then you call somebody else. Then you might let somebody else jump in for a hot second, make their call, then you hop back on. So there were days where you could stay on the phone a lot longer. If I'm not mistaken, you could talk on the phone up to about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Oh, another thing that really caught my attention too, there was a vending machine in this particular spot too. It's a vending machine. It'll come out of your commissary money and you can get stuff out of the vending machine too, which was super dope. Like, I never saw that before. I didn't know that that was a thing. So that was pretty dope. So one of my favorite purchases out of the vending machine was the big honey buns. And I know them shits ain't good for you, but they taste amazing. You put that joint in the microwave for a couple seconds and chef's kiss. So there was a kiosk in the unit where you can go check your JPay account. So you could check your balance, see how much money you had in your account, and you could check to see if you got emails or pictures from your loved ones. Now that was one of the highlights too, to go to the kiosk, type in your code or whatever, and you see you got mail, you got a letter, you got pictures from your girl or whatever, but they will preview your pictures and they will flag them if they were showing too much skin, or if it was something provocative, or if they thought it had gang signs in it and stuff like that, and then they wouldn't give you those pictures. So sometimes I know I didn't get pictures because somebody had the peace sign up in it and they said it could be gang activity or something like that. But the kiosk was dope. The only thing is there was no privacy. It's just like a regular kiosk on the wall, and you had to stand up, or you could just pull up a plastic chair and, you know, do all your typing and stuff from there. But, you know, in that situation, that was one of the positive things you had to do to keep your mind right and to stay in contact with your family. That was my first impression. I was like, it looks like a big gymnasium. And I noticed there were a whole lot of young men in there. Young men, like late teens all the way up to maybe 30, early 30s. And like I said, at the time, I'm 40 years old at the time. I go to my bunk. I'm on the top bunk. There's a chest at the end of the bunk where you could put your stuff at, your food and all those other things, which I didn't have at this point. I didn't have any food, but I had a couple belongings, deodorant and all of that you could put in there. And then you just throw the rest of the stuff on your bunk. And then I started moving around. I'm peeping the scene. I'm watching and listening to everything. I'm talking to people. I'm getting to know a few people. And I start to notice that there was no tension in this spot. Like I said, there were younger guys, and it was like a playful atmosphere. To me, my whole experience there, it was like summer camp. It was really like summer camp, like day camp, which was a good transition for me to ease me into it, because it was like I said, it didn't feel like prison at this point. It just felt like summer camp. I started having a lot of fun. This was the first time I got my commissary. And so when that commissary hit, you get that pink slip. Oh man, the pink slip, that feeling, it hit different. When you know you got some money, now you can use the phone, you can get stuff on commissary, and you can get stuff out of the vending machine. Psst, come on, man. For those of you that don't know, commissary is a food and supply store in the prison set up for inmates. You can get food or personal items such as gloves, flip-flops, deodorant, batteries. You can get all types of things on commissary. Like I said, it's a general store for inmates. But you have to have money in your account to access it. So fast forward a little bit. At this juncture in my prison stint, I developed a friendship with the guy on the bunk next to me. So we used to exchange books, tell stories about being out in the world with our girls and stuff like that. So he was really cool, but I didn't know anyone from my real life in there yet. So one day I see this guy and I'm like, damn, this young man looks familiar to me. I'm like, where do I know him, or does he look like someone I know? I didn't want to, keep staring at him. I kind of spent off. I did some other things. I look back and I see him looking at me. So I'm like, wait a minute now. First I have to decipher, is this a dangerous look? Like, does he want to smoke with me? Or is he trying to figure out if he knows me? I paid no mind. I look back. We happen to catch each other's eye contact. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, man, I think I do know this dude. So at this point, I just said, fuck it. Let's go see what the deal is.
Ain't no justice, just us.